Good morning, it's me Darren Lilly at Casas LILLEY, and a beautiful morning it is. Look at this, look how wonderful this is. It's a Sunday morning, February, and we're blessed with this weather. We've actually had a really lovely January, February. Anyway, that's not why I'm here this morning. I'm here this morning because I want to tell you about the buying process. The buying process here in Spain when purchasing a house. Now, obviously we offer safety and security, and I mention all the time that we use our lawyers. I personally prefer to use Sheila Garcia, but you're not tied into that. You can use whoever you like, whoever gets recommended, but I do suggest you use a lawyer. Now, I personally suggest Sheila Garcia because she's fast, she's efficient, and she speaks perfect English, and she puts all her clients first. So, well, you can't go wrong with that, can you? So that's why I use Sheila Garcia. I'll go a little bit more into detail with her later on. Now, the buying process is quite simple, really. It's not as hard as you think. Now, first of all, you have to book your trip. You have to come over to Spain and meet myself or one of my colleagues, Andre, or whoever it's going to be. And we would get a list of criteria from you: price range, how many bedrooms, location, and try and find out a little bit your family lifestyle, whether you're into bowls or golf, or you like the beach, or you're more of a swimming pool person. Yeah, they're all the little things, all the little tips that we like to know, yeah, before you're coming over. Then we can try and fit you the right property. Then, next stage, you're in the appointment, you're in the car. We're going out and we're looking for a property. Now, obviously, you need to find a property first. Some people, like back in the UK, quite often people get mortgages, get agreement in principle. So you can do that as well. If you're using a mortgage advisor, which I've got one of them as well, Russell, if you're using a mortgage advisor, he can do that for you. If you're using one of the banks, they work very slow until you've actually found a property for them to work with. They're in any case. So anyway, you know your finances, you've chosen your property. The next stage is to get it off the market. Now, this is the part where you've got to part with some money, a deposit. Now, I don't take the deposits. We don't give the deposits to the sellers. We don't give the deposits to sellers' lawyers. We suggest you give that to your lawyer. Now, that could be Sheila Garcia or one of the other lawyers. I don't mind. But as long as you have then paid 3,000 or so euros to your lawyer will hold it for you into a client account and have your name on. Yeah, and we're talking about that house. I would then introduce, we're going to use Sheila all the time because I'm going to keep saying the same thing always. Then we will introduce Sheila to the seller's lawyer. Now, seller's lawyer, Sheila, they know that there's a deposit being held. They now get the ball rolling. We know you're serious. Then the searches get done. Start to get what they call a copia simpli, which is like a charge. They find out all the history of the property, if there's any debts on it from the mortgages or for a car or anything like that. That's where they'll find that out in the nota simpli. Then they get the administrator's details, they get the water, the electric, and they start doing the searches. At the same time as that, they're also preparing the contract. Now, the contract will be what we've agreed, you, me, the seller, right? That all gets put into contract. Now, we're looking for a normal purchase process being of 8 weeks, 8 to 10 weeks. If it needs to be quicker, say it at the beginning. If the sellers need it to be quicker or slower, tell me at the beginning, because then as long as everything is out there at the beginning, we don't have problems. Nobody likes surprises halfway through a deal. So this is what I say, we get it out there. Then, once everything's agreed, the contracts are ready to be signed, this is when you get the phone call again. Do you wish to proceed? Everything's hunky-dory. Do you wish to proceed with the sale? Yes. Right, contract signed. The 3,000 then goes over to the sellers or the seller's lawyer. It is non-refundable at this stage. You do not get your money back. Yeah, but if the seller pulls out, they have to pay you double. Now, there might be a little fee. If you're pulling out before contract, you'll get your money back, minus a charge from the lawyers. Now, that'd be quite normal because they've done some work, but you would get your money back. But anyway, at the signing of the contract stage, there is no return. The rest of the money is then usually paid right at the end. Now, what I do, if there is a seller living in the property, we take an interim payment of about another 10%. It costs money to move from country to country, and if you pull out the 3,000 euros, that's not going to cut it if they're moved back to Watford already. So there is a second payment, yeah, to soften the blow with any problems. It very, very rarely happens, but it does happen. Well, I've only had it happen twice, over about a few thousand houses. So anyway, that's the second payment. Then completion at the end. Now, if you leave power of attorney with the lawyers, they can arrange your NIE numbers, which is obligatory. You need an NIE number over here, like a social security number. They can arrange that for you, and they can also sort out the banks for you if you're going to be using the bank for the transaction, or you may be using, they're doing these online banks now like Wires and things like that. That's something you can get into. The lawyer can explain that for you as well. Now, another serious point is that you want to probably be using a currency company. Yeah, now, these are annoying people. They pester you like hell, but they're very, very important, and they do save you a lot of money. If you use the banks, they're quite open and happy to charge you whatever they feel is fine with them. But using a currency company, their job is to try and save you money. Yeah, and we could be talking on deals of over 100,000. Yeah, could be talking even a couple of €1,000. So it is well worth getting in touch with a currency company. I can put you in charge. I'm using a couple depending on the rates. One being Currencies Direct. Yeah, very, very good. Then after that, it's all smooth sailing. Once you've purchased your property, yeah, you've made your payment. You then just arrange to have to get the keys. You then also have to go and see the lawyer again, because they just got a few bits of paperwork to sort you out with. That's usually the water electric. Now, if you also remember, don't book your flights until you know that you've definitely completed, because sometimes they're delayed. Yeah, if there's a mishap or there's an extension been done and not picked up at the notary, yeah, these things come up. So that's the basic process of buying, yeah, over here. And just a recap, yeah, is first of all, think about your requirements, what you think, yeah, is necessary or what is important to you. Yeah, you let me know about that. I find you the right house. You make your first deposit payment, take it off the market, pass it over to the lawyer, do the contracts, yeah, make the next payment, then completion date payment using currency company, and then collecting your keys. It's that simple. Now, if you have any questions, don't hesitate in contacting me. You can message me. You'll have my emails in the description on the YouTube channel. My email and telephone numbers all over the website. WhatsApp me. Don't be doing it at 10, 11 o'clock at night, please. Yeah, that does give me a bit of a headache. But I am obtainable on Saturdays and Sundays as well, during the working hours. So please, get in contact with me. All right, whatever you're doing, have a lovely day. And I hope that was useful for you. Adios.